My name is Fitria Agustina with student ID number 20000100020. I will explain about unemployment. Unemployment is a term for people who do not work at all, are looking for work less than 2 days a week, or someone who is trying to get a decent job. There are two types of unemployment. One, based on working hours, there are three types: disguised unemployment, under unemployment, open unemployment. Two, based on the cause of occurrence, there are six types: frictional unemployment, conjunctural unemployment, structural unemployment, seasonal unemployment, cyclical unemployment, and technological unemployment. Cause of unemployment. 1. The size of the workforce is not balanced with job opportunities. 2. Unbalanced employment structure. 3. The need for the number and type of educated personnel and supply of educated personnel are not balanced. 4. Increasing the role and aspiration of the female workforce in the entire structure of the Indonesian workforce. 5. Provision and utilization of labor between regions is unbalanced. How to overcome unemployment? A. Structural unemployment with increased mobility of capital and labor. B. Frictional unemployment with expanding employment opportunities by establishing new industries, especially those that are labor intensive, and deregulation and debureaucratization in various industrial fields to stimulate new investment. C. Seasonal unemployment with providing fast information if there are job vacancies in other sectors and undertake training in other skill areas to make use of time while waiting for a particular season. D. Cyclical unemployment with directing public demand for goods and service and increasing people purchasing power. Okay, thank you for your attention.
Hello everyone, my name is Aisyah Sinatunitosi with student ID number 20123. Here I will presentation about the Phillips curve. This idea was first coined in 1958 by Phillips in his article entitled The Relationship Between Unemployment and the Rate of Change of Money Wage in the United Kingdom, 1861 until 1957. In this article, Phillips shows a negative relationship between the unemployment rate and the inflation rate. The Phillips curve is a curve that depicts the combination of inflation and employment in the short run, an increase in the quantity of goods and service demand. In the short run, will increase the output product and the price of goods. Greater output means less unemployment. And the higher the price of the good, the higher the inflation rate. So, a shift in the aggregate demand curve will push inflation upward and will lower the unemployment rate. The shift of the demand curve to the right is due to government policies. Policies taken by the government can change the position of the economy along the Phillips curve. For example, by increasing the money supply, increasing government spending, or decreasing tax are policies that can increase the aggregate demand curve. The expected the expected rate of the inflation is the most important factor in understanding the difference between the long run and short run Phillips curve. So, when the government increase, the money supply aggregate demand will increase and the shift toward the right. Output will increase or unemployment decrease and price rise or inflation rises. Maybe that's all about the Phillips curve. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Rosita Satisafitri. I will explain about socialism. Socialism is a political and economic ideology that advocates for the collective ownership and control of the means of production and distribution of goods and services. The goal of socialism is to create more equal and just society by eliminating exploitation and increasing the well-being of all people. In a socialist system, the means of production and distribution are owned and controlled by the community as a whole rather than by private individuals. The government may also play a significant role in directing economic activity through the creation of a planned economy. The history of socialism has its origin in the Age of Enlightenment and the 1789 French Revolution manifesto was written by Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels in 1847, just before the Revolution of 1848 swept Europe, expressing what they termed scientific socialism. In the last third of the 19th century, parties dedicated to democratic socialism arose in Europe, drawing mainly for Marxism. Marx and Engels drew from these socialist or communist ideas born in the French Revolution, as well as from the German philosophy of Georg Wilhelm Friedrich Hegel and British political economy, particularly that of Adam Smith and David Ricardo. For Marxist socialism, or as Marx termed it, the first phase of communist society can be viewed as a transitional stage characterized by common or state ownership of the means of production under democratic workers' control and management, which Engels argued was beginning to be realized in the Paris Commune before it was overthrown. Socialism to them is simply the transitional phase between capitalism and higher phase of communist society. Advantage of socialism: first, absence of exploitation. A socialist system ensures that no worker is exploited. According to the socialist system, each person is guaranteed access to basic goods, even those who are not able to contribute. As a result, the system helps to minimize poverty levels in the society. In addition, each person has the same right to access healthcare and other important social aspects such as education. Second, rejection of discrimination. The system disapproves discrimination and each person does what he is good at or what he enjoys best. Disadvantage of socialism. First, depends of cooperative pooling. Perhaps the greatest disadvantage of socialist system is its reliance on cooperative pooling to get things done. In addition, people who are competitive in the community are viewed in a negative light. Second, lack of competitiveness and innovation. Socialism doesn't reward entrepreneurial venture of competitiveness. Consequently, the socialist system doesn't encourage innovation as much as capitalism. Thank you. That's all from me. Thank you.
My name is Astrid Atika Widasari. My study number is 20000010056. I will explain about international trade. International trade refers to the exchange of goods, services, and capital across international borders or territories. The market more competitive, resulting in more competitive pricing and bringing cheaper products to consumers. Advantage of international trade increases efficiency due to comparative advantage or from taking advantage of increased output. Trade promotes dynamism and innovation in the economy, expand target market and increase revenues, increase job opportunities, improve risk management, greater efficiency and productivity. The story of trade theory. The importance of international trade was recognized early on by political economists such as Adam Smith and David Ricardo. David Ricardo developed and published one of the first theories of international trade in 1817. Purchasing power equation. If there are no transaction costs or trade restriction, there is no price difference. According to the buying power parity theory, This connection is true for the entire market assortment of product and service. It is possible that buying power parity will only hold in the long run, which show that other considerations such as the cost of translation and other language service are preventing in the integration of global market. Capital flow and trade balance. Capital flow and trade surplus are determined by one another. A country will have a trade surplus if its domestic saving, private saving, plus retained earnings of business are greater than its domestic use of saving, include funding private investment and government budget deficit. Thank you for your attention.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, my name is Nuki Kusumatuti. My student number 23320990588. I'm study exam from Tanjipura University. I will be presenting definition of corporate. Etymology: the word corporate in Dutch is corporati, English corporate, and Latin corporate, which come from Indonesia word corpus or body, which means the gift the body or makes body. Thus, corporate means the result the work makes body into person. This means that body obtained from human action opposed to human body that occurs according to another. The characteristic of corporate. Point 1. Business orientation. Business orientation. The first character the recognize big corporate is the business orientation. Is carry a business activity. Corporate have the orientation to seek profit. Therefore, corporate will make very effort with mixing the profit they can get. Point 2. Company capital. Capital ownership is corporate. You can know it from the batch share. It's proof of ownership the net record with bond or stock certificate. Point 3. Responsibility of shareholder. Share ownership is neither proof of capital ownership is corporate. Even so, shareholders do not overall responsibility from company performance. They only responsibility relate to capital disputed in the company. Furthermore, the company operations are under responsibility of the board direction. Even so, as practice, the leader of corporate company usually does the share ownership. The shareholder benefit. Shareholder cannot directly influence the operation can company. Even so, have a right to obtain profit from company. Business corporate in the form dividend. The amount of dividend obtained depend on the agreed the percentage. Point 5. Power in the company. Finally, you can recognize the character of corporate in ownership. The higher power in the board direction does have power of business operate. However, the high power in corporate company is not the hand of director but the stakeholder talk in general meeting of shareholder or GMS. Form of corporation. Any three. Point 1. Limited liability corporated. Point 2. State owner corporate. Number 3. PT TBK corporation or open limit company. Any three types of corporates. Point 1. Agreement corporate company. Point 2. Extractive corporate companies. Point 3. Industrial corporate companies. Is any 5. Point 4. Trade corporate company. 5. Service corporate company. State owner status. Any 3. Corporate state owner corporation. Private corporate company. Finally, is summary. A corporate is a mechanism or rule that exists to protect a company, both private and government, by considering as a corporate can be referred to as protect body or site based on the meaning of a body, but this corporate is formed because the ownership company was corporate standard independently. Okay, that's finally my material of corporate. See you next time. Bye.